unto each day what he deems best. Loving thee is part of pain and pleasure, mingling toil with peace and rest. When you can trace his hand, trust his heart.
Amen. I especially love that song right there. It's a wonderful statement. I think it was made by Charles Spurgeon, a great preacher in Great Britain, who said, whenever you cannot trace God's hand of care in your life, and there are moments where you feel like, I don't know if God knows what I'm going through. I don't know why I'm going through this myself. Why the loneliness? Why the sadness? Why the heartache? Why the difficulty? When you cannot trace God's hand in your life, you can trust the goodness of God, because he is far too good to be unkind. He's far too wise to make a mistake. Has it ever occurred to you that nothing ever occurs to God? Never did he have a lapse of memory or a lapse of goodness. Two things every Christian ought to understand about God. He's always good. He's always right. Now, life is not always that way. Life is not always good. There are some very painful, difficult things that happen to us. And we don't always see the righteousness. There are things that are unjust and unjust and wrong. And yet God is not the author of those things. And if we will love him, be committed to his purpose, he will make all things work together for good.